So we've got 2 in melee base. Good split down towards the more southerly areas. Someone just subscribed. Atrocity. Thanks for subscribing, Atrocity.
Thanks, buddy. We appreciate
Thanks
it.
for the Twitch Prime. Now, let's see if he can kind of do what he almost did at PGI. Remember that grenade? The grenade that shook the world.
Don't. Why do you bring this back up? Because now I just feel like I'm going to encourage it. Okay, he's doing good. It's like, how does he get this loot? When I'm there, it's like, you get like a level 1 vest and like a crowbar. Shroud gets 2 ARs, a decent backpack. No armor yet.
I mean,
interesting noises.
Who needs armor?
No, I guess if you're going to hit those shots.
Hey, you know what, though, Lauren? They're going up against a decent team. You're going up against 2 members of Detonator.
Yeah, they're not bad.
No, so this could be tricky for him.
No vests there either, so they might have to peel over towards the industrial base, which is probably their best option, because you can kind of cut this area in half. They've obviously seen the other team drop here. Other team will get Big Red, the kind of, I guess, construction area over there. You can see the distance on the screen. They can get, for example, the satellite buildings, and you kind of cut it into. You kind of give that space. And also the air traffic control tower that's over by this side, very good for loot. So again, you should be able to kind of get at least a level 1, ideally a level 2 vest for Shroud here. And I'm not sure what Justin's got. I saw a nice outfit is all I know.
It upsets me seeing, well, it don't. I'm happy for him, but you see all these subs coming, it's like, oh, I wish I could do this.
Make money. Yes, I too would like some money.
Now, you know what, you got to give it to, I mean, it takes, people. I don't think people understand it sometimes with content creators, how much of a grind it really is and how it never stops. Like coming out to these events and stuff like that.
So I'm not sure what they did.
I saw, Jackie, who actually ironically got on screen right now, doing a YouTube video while on a flight.
Towards Milton
First
Power.
class, fair player, but still.
Find out.
It never stops. The grind never stops.
Richard, I can't afford first class flights, so you know what? I don't feel that bad for the bloke. Do you know how expensive that is? That's more than my rent. So you know what? Bugger off, he makes a video. Behave. He's fine. He's got pretty trash loot for now. He needs a better helmet. But everything else is not too bad.
The DP. The DP is a banging weapon.
The DP is overrated.
It's a good gun.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's
you don't like light machine guns. Let's get this right. You hate the 249.
What?
You told me.
Oh, I thought they were in the same vehicle then. I was like, wait, hold on.
I was confused. They chasing each other?
But yeah, no, I do hate LMGs. I think so people who can't aim and they need a lot of bullets.
He's ramming him.
Ooh!
He's ramming him.
Ooh! I thought he get pinched against the tree. He just slammed into it. He gets up like, I'll get you one day. Off he goes.
I respect it. I highly respect it. Ram him
Shakes a
off
fist. Oh god, that was
loud.
very loud.
Old man screams at son. You know what, if you are tuning in, you kind of expected anything more from me and Lauren. We do apologise. It's all good fun. That's what we're here
never expect much from us.
No. We're here to have fun, and that's what we will damn well have.
That looks like my MySpace webcam many years ago. Pretending it only came in black and white because you don't look good with colour on. I like that approach. Northeast circle, though, around Stalba, Yaz, and you've got a lot of places. People who are on mini-base, like Shroud and one of the other good teams, are going to have a bit of an issue getting all that way up. I don't know if they have vehicles. I didn't see them look for it. You'll probably get like at least a buggy out of it, and as it's duos, you should be fine. So they should be okay, but there could be that crunch coming out towards Milta. You could possibly get maybe a boat, head on the east coast, but that never feels like you want to be making that choice.
It's quite rough, this one, compared to where the plane initially went. That was, all the way across the split. Exactly. Yeah. So a lot of people are going to be down south chilling. Might have an engagement here. One player knows exactly where he is, you would assume. Backs off for a second as we jump on. Zoom TV. DP in hand, red dot. Yeah, so they know, they have the awareness and they have the information. Sees him just off the bank there. I think we spotted some blood, but they're fire back. It's a good answer.
Yeah, it's not a full drop to water. And look at this aggressive push as well. That's so hard. And now Pawn on the other side is going to be prone down, waiting for the angle to peek over. If the player on the other side does that, that's deadly. Oh, the timing's awful. Oh, Pawn tries to get off a heel, but instantly gets pressured.
Did he manage to get his teammate? No, I didn't quite see what he finished him. All right, fair play. So 1-for-1 trade. It's not what you want to see. We've still got these bikes going up against.
Oh, he's in the wheelie bin bike.
Oh, no. Don't ram him with that thing. The lid will come down on yourself.
Oh, Mithrain. I believe in you. You're a strong player. Wait, there's a player pretty close by.
There's a decent player as well. It's Pistola time for me United. Yeah. Shots go off, Lauren. They're tagging as well. Yeah,
Mithrain's in a real predicament. Going to have to just dip his way out of this. And hopefully that bike, I can see it tipping in the distance. I hate that bike so much.
Wait a minute. So Drassel's on his team. Yep. Is he actually down the player as well? So are they taking on two at a... There was definitely in the distance a down player. I saw a red bar there, so potentially they might have took 2 fights on different fronts. We'll keep an eye on the kill feed, see if that does follow through with points. Meanwhile, oh, yep, it is indeed. I was right. I'm quite surprised it was right as well. Drassel. Yeah. Make something good.
Well, this is very early positioning towards Stalber. You didn't see any teams initially going for this. I assume that some of these are looted, but it looks like AIM actually has a bit of an idea where these guys are. But he's going in alone. His teammate's really far back, so
you got to be careful.
This is going to be very loud, Richard, so prepare yourself.
Some of those. Oh, yeah, it's AKM. Yes. Yeah, I've just seen the AKM.
I'm hearing footsteps.
Be prepared for the AKM of dreams just to ring through your ears. Oh, there he is. Good morning. Comes out the door, doesn't realize actually inside, and that is a knock and a flush. That's some BM. That's some BM.
There's BreaK.
Now you can fangirl, Lauren. Go on, feel free.
Why do you think I fangirl over BreaK?
You love him.
I know. Well, you love Sacriel, so it's fine.
Hey, look, we're just biased and representing UK here. That's all it is.
Exactly. That's why we're here. That's fine, right? But still, BreaK, he did well to stay alive in that sort of position. He is one of those players you'd expect to be able to do well here. These instances work for players of that sort of nature. You look at Shroud, and he should be doing well as well. It's a glorified deathmatch, right? Teams and players that can do really well just playing your average, normal games, this is where they should thrive. So I'm still hearing Shroud in the background.
Yeah, we've constantly got Shroud's
You say his name,
comms.
and he's just there.
We've had it from the start.
Sacriel trying to shoot one of them. I think he might have got a tag there.
He needs to be careful because the players that obviously is firing towards Ultra and Simsy of Doom, these are 2 high-end European players. We kind of say it time and time again, if you poke the bear, you're going to get the claws. This time they clearly don't want the fight. Let them do whatever they need to do. Saib onto 1,000 days. Myth3 answers back as well. On to Saib, so that's a knock for a knock. No kills confirmed just yet. Keep an eye on the kill feed. Meanwhile,
here we go.
Oh.
Is there any bridge campers?
Shroudy. Yes, there is.
Christ.
He's just circling, Lauren.
Is there?
Yeah, he's just circling.
Is there bridge campers, or is he just trying to bait?
Oh, I thought he was doing the camping. So clearly he's just trying to get an eyeball.
No, I think he's just trying to bait people. And thank you, Anonymous, for subscribing. We appreciate it.
Someone our way.
Welcome on board. What is Shroud's fans called again?
Horseman's just got a 2-for-1. Myth3 in 1,000 days with 1 grenade.
Oof. That's pretty rough.
And dead.
It really is. So that team's going to be eliminated.
Oh, they could be the little biker boys.
Oh, they like to travel together. Hand in hand.
Justin holding on firmly to Shroud's hips. I shouldn't read my fan fiction out loud, but they go to the north.
Stop it.
They are playing it late. So a lot of the compounds and areas will be taken. At this duos, there's just a lot of players. There's a lot of people around. So a lot of these kind of, I guess, more prime real estate locations will be picked up. So keep that in mind. You can see them getting their way in now. They might be playing a late game. I don't know how they're going to play it out. They should have really good loot, though, and that's the main thing for them. You want to get you want to get geared up to give yourself a chance.
You'd expect him to be rocking snipers. If you're going to go down melee base, then you're going to get good loot. It's one of those high-risk, high-reward areas. If they didn't go into apartments...
I never get snipers out of melee base. Never.
Nope. Whereabouts do you go on melee, though?
Everywhere.
The whole place is mine. Clear it out, little buggers. It's all mine.
Why is the bike wobbling so much?
If you go fast enough, it wobbles.
Weird. It's so weird.
He just going to start questioning in his tactics now, Lauren.
What? The bike wobbles when you go fast. You need to,
I don't know.
Play the game more. Envious. Now, these boys... Now, this is kind of what this event's all about, like, so these are 2 professional players. Team Envy, 2 members, 2 possibly the biggest fraggers in North America, but didn't have the best game number 1. And that's kind of the whole story of this. Anything can happen any given Sunday.
That's the PUBG, right? I mean, we've all had those games where you have like 3-4 wins in a row somehow. I mean, I say that. Most people probably haven't, all right? But we'll pretend that everyone is very skilled in the audience. We'll pretend that. But the point is that everyone's had those good games like back to back to back, and for some reason it just works, and you're just like, okay. And then somehow some like 12-year-old with a shotgun just destroys you, and then you accidentally left open mic on, and you just want to cry it. Did they get the bike up on there, or did they land it up there,
yeah.
Or did you do it inside? I don't know.
I'm guessing because they're in heaven, you can get backflipping, you can jump it up there, so I'd assume they've done it.
I hope they did. I would like style points.
Drassel and Pistola times lingering just on the edge here. So if they decide to have a crack at someone, they'll have the info. They could potentially look this way. You can see now a lot of people making their way towards Yasnaya around the central area. That's plenty of people kicking around. A few more on the outer extremities now. He's spotted some players out in the open.
What the fuck do you think we are?
No. This is quite funny though, if you think about it, this is still pretty different to what Shroud normally plays against. Like, normally there's just like 50 stream snipers, like, hoarding their way through the fields towards them. Nowadays it's pretty different. I mean, like, you do see like one player here and there, sure. But I mean, it's not the normal game they're going to be playing.
It's like a clip from World War Z, isn't it, where it's just hordes of people running towards him. He got, I think did he get 32 kills in one game because people were just literally running towards him. Ridiculous. But again, you're the biggest name in PUBG. It's you got to be expected. Good individual player as well. I mean, mechanically, he's up there. Just because he don't play at a comp level.
Don't worry about it. That's all it is. Just does it for the clips.
I'm not doing it for points here.
You are. You're just like pandering. Like,
look, you come from
really
CS:GO.
Good. Follow me on Twitter.
Stop it.
Call me Gaddy. Thank you for the sub. We appreciate you guys. I get a cut for every sub I say,
hate
right?
everything about this.
You get 10% for everyone you call out.
Oh, this is excellent news.
Feed me, please.
Stay on Shroud. We are just waiting to see that circle closing. And teams are playing quite cautiously here. We saw this a little bit yesterday, but they weren't this calm. We saw a little bit more messiness to almost. I think we are seeing the higher caliber players here in this game today.
That's kind of what I mentioned on the desk. It was no disrespect to anybody yesterday.
But you were flaming them.
Yeah, absolutely. lol. But there's a lot more players that kind of stand out to me, whether that's... and we've done his research. We've looked into players that have been there, and we know who's around. But especially from a comp side of it, it's like, okay, I recognize this player. He worked on this team. He's played on this team, blah, 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 blah. And it's not even just Europe or North America. You know, we've got 2 players from Detonator, for example, from Japan. We've got players from Brazil. Very good individuals. Sunday's going to be a bloodbath, let's be real here.
Absolutely.
Sunday's going to be an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, I don't know what these...
Hey up. The chase is on. No, he's out. He's gone.
Had enough.
I have found the tower, and this will now become my home.
Dude, I'm so bad. Holy crap, I whiffed so bad.
There you go, Envious. Your players are saying they are so bad, just in case.
Dude, that was the worst spray ever. Like, literally so bad.
Please, Clip, send
It makes
us.
me laugh because he says I'm so bad, but he's still got a player down at the top. He's still got it in the kill feed.
I mean, but you know,
not good at all.
I'm disappointed that I'm not seeing sniper rifles on these boys because they are ridiculous.
Pull it out of your butt, Rich. Like, what do you
Go
want
somewhere
to happen?
good.
Go somewhere good.
Get good at looting.
All right, that's a reasonable request.
I think this was the
This was the Stauber fight that was going on for a while. Like, teams were early rotating up towards Stauber.
execution.
And I think these two have kind of held it down for a while. They pushed the players in towards those yellow houses over towards the side, and now they're just being gatekeepers on this one and not allowing people to go much else away from it. I'm curious where this circle goes, though, because there's actually a lot of open fields here, and we don't see that many snipers right now, as you said, and you get very upset about. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's going to be a lot of open positions potentially if that shifts towards the south.
We still have, I believe that's Shroud's comms. I think we've had them for a while now, even though we're on BreaK's POV.
It's just the better version of BreaK, and get rid of the accent.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We can't all come from posh middle-class schools.
And just a reminder, if you do want to check out your favorite streamer, bear in mind they're all streaming right now. So if you just want to watch the POV of Shroud, for example, hit it up. You fancy a bit of BreaK, go for it. Sacriel, whatever you fancy. It's all out there. So
you're missing your 10% here. You're not calling them out, Lauren.
I can't see it. Why did he choose green as a color? It doesn't render very well.
The Great Mez, I think that was.
Oh, you're not getting money for that one, are you?
You don't say it perfectly. You get nothing. You get nothing.
Play, dude.
So, calm before the storm. We're still chilling for now. Yeah. The circle will be shifting in rather shortly. Move people a little bit more closer together. Again, remember, a lot of these players are used to Erangel. They've been playing it for well over a year now.
But who plays duos?
Excuse me?
Who plays duos?
Me.
Really?
I love it.
Huh.
I think
That's
it's
why
fantastic.
you're over-aggressive in squads. It makes sense.
But it works when people... You run off... Over-aggressive, you run off on your own.
No, I'm just getting good loot.
Give over.
Just get... Be more aware.
Help me out, Richard. Where are you, Lauren? 3 miles away. Okay, no problem.
It's just because you're off baiting. We do see those kind of like battles in Yaz going down, but again, when we talk about like these fights right now, it's a lot of posturing. Like none of these players actually have to take full-on fights. They might even get a knock out of it, but the revives are pretty likely. So there's still 33 teams up. There's still 60 players alive. Everyone's being like super serious about this. So I mean, you're not going to see many like big action kills just yet. It's going to take a little while for those circles to kind of keep pushing them closer and closer, because no one wants to be those first to die. Like, these guys are pretty competitive, and there's money on the line here. It's not just like, it's just for bragging rights. Like, you know, we like to just hype up a couple of the tournaments like that. But I mean, this has got a lot of money here.
I mean, it would be great to see, and this is kind of what happens when you have these open events where everyone can enter. Some people that we don't know. We've no idea who they are. In fact, they happen at Gamescom. We just saw random people. We saw a duo, the French duo, THC and Yuki, turn up out of nowhere, bag themselves 35 grand. Two young lads with 35 grand. And this could happen here. We could have two random people turn up and walk away with over $50,000. Like, that's a ridiculous... This is kind of what I say. I'm getting a bit deep here, but that's a deposit on a house back in England.
Yeah.
When you split that between... That's life-changing money. Yeah,
it's huge money here. And I like the way that the open qualifiers were pretty... grueling for a lot of the teams who decided to come this way. Shroud and Justin laying down a bit of fire towards teams quite far out in the blue there. I'm pretty sure they're still on that cusp of it. So I didn't see that hitting on the kill feed unless that was stolen potentially by Yogi. But for now, we are seeing teams now compacting themselves or choosing to be the gatekeepers. That's still available. Wacky Jackie and Spreezy could definitely do that if they want to be those people. And there's that shift towards the south I was discussing. The fact that now it does become quite a lot of open fields. The kind of extremities of the circle still have cover. They have this nice hillside here. A lot of the Stauber northeastern teams will be coming towards this. But that main chunk is that field that you're seeing on the screen. And that is a bitch to work your way out of. I mean, it's rough as hell. And I do not like this spot Wacky Jackie is going to. Because where do you rotate out of? You've got two vehicles, right? But you are spotted by everyone.
Everything that you're seeing here, Lauren, is happening. We've got people wandering through the field. We've got open... Oh, I mentioned THC. Funnily enough, he's there. I didn't realize, actually. They've all got to run the gauntlet, and it's very, very open, as you mentioned. There's no real place to hide. And the worst thing is it's not just one team that you're going to have to go through. Because it's duos, there's going to be a multitude of bullets coming your way in. Those vehicles, they can only take so much damage. I think it's 30 bullets from an AKM, and it's gone.
Now, I just want to go into the slightly further depths of this if you want to be a little bit keen and really understand this. This is where you'll see, quote-unquote, more competitive players having a slight edge in these areas, is that they know the terrain very well. And what I mean by that is they'll know every dip that's viable, every tree, every ridge side that actually works, and they might have a little bit better idea, whereas others are looking at pure compounds or like, how can we make this tree work? I mean, that could be the slight difference, but look at this push. These guys are very close by.
You've got to be really careful as well, because there's also a team just... Oh my word, MGG holding on by the skin of his teeth, manages to knock one. Can he get a second one though? The finish is there, so trade for trade.
Look how low that HP is as well. AMG, they're struggling team to stay alive. I think they got off the heel. I'm wondering if they have a nade or something. If they can get it down towards that buggy, that should send them flying, but... Oh.
He does, you can see him.
Is that
a med or is that...
Oh, this could be... No,
that
was
be
a
nade, surely.
That was a nade, 100%. Whether they take it or not. Gonna go for the boost.
Yep, it was. Doesn't find his target.
Did I go to the left?
I think he tagged him, Lauren, because he lost...
potentially?
He lost some life, so he must have tagged him.
In the meantime, there could be a third party in the back lines, but it does still look like Zentrix is holding on as best he can. Maybe going to try and time out that time to run back to the shed, potentially. But if he does that, he doesn't know about the team behind him either. That's still an option. That's still a threat in the back lines.
Speaking of threats in the back lines, MBS doing work in the kill feed, down to 47 individual players. Zentrix still just chilling for now. We do have this Team 37 in the back lines that might want to get involved. MGG is just going to back off from this one potentially. He's building himself a little bit of a wall. There's two smokes down for now. Zentrix obviously inside the dip, so the Defilade will cover his walker. Now he's going to correct. How's he going to work this one? Is he running away from this, or is he going to reposition for an angle?
The problem is that he doesn't know the information. Zentrix is kind of stuck no matter what he does. But still, we do see the blue now working his way forward. This will put any of the players on the outskirts who are trying to be a little bit passive in a bad spot. And
Team 31's one of them.
Just coming through. Yeah, Team 31 does need to move because this blue hurts.
Look at the health.
Yeah, this chunks right now. They need to start moving themselves further forward. And the team on the other side is prone down. Nobody likes this team. No one.
They're not pre-stimmed as well. Oh, they are. Just in there, excuse me.
Was there a tick back up?
Yes, there was a tick, but he's absolutely going to do jack because the bullets come flying through. Meanwhile, move on to a second fight that's going on. This is what happens. Now the blue's closing in because so many people are alive. You get these one-on-one battles. Two-mate just on the side there. Going up against... Attack back and forth. Leany Peeny. There he goes. See you later, my friend. The Uzi comes out just around the corner. Up close and personal, 9mm. I know you tend to not see it, but it just... It's so nasty because of the fire rate.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And you can see what happens when, we have a lot of streamers and entertainers in this right now. And when it gets to this, tense competitive level, everyone gets so keen. No one wants to make mistakes, and this is how you play it. Now, actually, these two are very close by to another player. I'm not sure if they're completely aware. We saw it on the map then. There's one player, I think, prone down, potentially holding the lower ground of that hill. Oh, no. Shroud and Justin mowed down on the bike. I think that's potentially the issue here. They are just gunning it in. This is brave or stupid. We'll find out which one it is. If they make it to cover, it's brave. If it's stupid, they die. Here we go.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. They're going to bail on this one.
Oh,
there is a set of players inside, but it might be straight in. Goes for the lean as well. I think he's tagged his player, Lauren.
He needs to push him. He's being... Look at the bait on the door as well. Opens the door as bait, tries to find an angle on it. Probably going to set up Justin to push in, because he's the one who's got the HP. So it should be job done, and it is. And they successfully take the compound. Breach and clear, boys. Shroudy already getting into this.
You've got to expect it. Pulling up to a compound like this late on in the match, you're going to know there's a team that God knows what that player was just doing. Like a deer in the headlights. You just stood still, batters him, baits the other one, Justin goes in.
But who expects that, though? In the nicest way, if you're sat there in your compound all happy, suddenly Shroud comes knocking on your door, you're like, all right, well, this isn't going to go well.
Yeah, but you've got to at least listen out for bikes. If there's a bike driving by, why are you stood outside just with your binoculars wondering what's going on?
Absolutely.
Prepared to take a battle. BreaK and Sacriel, they'll do just that. Tag up this UAZ. There must be a player behind it. You'll see them. They're going to try and bait him forward and then probably blow up the vehicle afterwards.
Sacriel going to take the high ground. BreaK actually peeling away from this. Someone else potentially might have just stolen that knock. I'm not sure. I didn't see them on the kill figure. The nade got it. But Sacriel actually being left a little alone there. BreaK's just bounced. See you later, boys.
He's got a... When will that come down? Okay, so... I don't think he's used it just yet because I'm looking... Ugh, that's a level 1 chest. He does have the flare gun. I didn't see if it had ammo inside it.
Is this the woods area coming off the back of a mansion these days? I love this terrain. I think this terrain is the most fun I've seen people play in for a long time. I love that area.
It was an addition, wasn't it?
It was. Afterwards. It was a new touch off the back of it. It was, I think Sacriel's just been found. BreaK called upon. Good tag on the first, though. Going to at least give him a second on the angle. Could potentially get a nade to push him out. Let's see. Goes for the nade. Oh, he's actually going to go for a second as well. That should at least force the player to move themselves. Maybe they've dipped too far, though. Going to have to go back to the M16. Tap, 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 he goes. But the blue's actually moving in against the other player. But there's not much damage done there. BreaK's still got a lot to do.
He's throwing a nade back. I don't think BreaK realizes this. He needs to back off from this one. I don't know how close that grenade's actually going to get. The player's actually pushed up to him. He decides he wants to get a little bit overzealous. AKM in hand, red dot on the top. Here's the full automatic. Looking for this player, hunts him down, but...
What a fumble.
Tanked up. Is that 2 versus 1?
That was a big fumble. Justin, in the meantime, has been finding a couple of kills here and there, but that was a fumble from BreaK. He was not, I think he either expected a duo potentially, or he maybe expected him to be playing by the bush rather than the smoke itself. I mean, a little bit worrying there for BreaK to mess that up. You know, he's the king of spray. You expect him just to trounce those situations, but ooh. It's a little close for comfort. The snakes are coming out.
That's a YOLO nade.
Oh, no.
Where will that fall?
That's what you get. Is that an MK in the background doing that?
Yeah, I think that's what did him.
Yeah.
And again, that's a third party from nowhere. That's up on the hill. Meanwhile, 3 stack.
The M24. That's a nice sound to it.
Look at this. Simsy's actually tagging him up from the side. So he's causing all kinds of problems. My God, how are you alive? Where did that grenade come from?
I don't know. Did he nade himself, potentially? I mean, oh, he's going for round 2. Oh, no, these... Ooh! A unique flashbang. All to confirm the kill. He does go in, gets Cavolt down, and we still have Homer alive on the other side. We have the infamous hand cam. Look at that. Oh.
I think with the grenade there, it looked good, but it wasn't. He actually still balls it up because he tried to throw it across.
Mackie Jackie's still alive as well, doing quite nicely in his compound. Oh, chase time. How did that explosion not get him? But this is the problem. You cannot peek out of this position. It's open on every side. Oh, Jackie's gone down as well. Justin, let him die in peace.
Look at this. This is another pull-up maneuver.
Oh,
Envious crashing in the building. Nuisance inside. Breach and clear. One goes in, one goes down. The trade's good, though. Caden will be able to survive this one for now. Are they still putting smokes down inside the house just for
That's what I'm saying, like, I'm so bad again. I missed every spring.
Bit of a pull-up on that one. And another fight in the background. 13 teams, 18 individual alive. Seeing all the streamers go down. Shroud and Justin still alive. We saw Caden earlier on swapping out the AKM for the 5.56, clearly an ammunition problem.
They're dead.
69 Horseman, 69, finally goes down.
I need this guy's helmet.
No helmet, though. Going through the meds, but you're holding on here.
Spreeze is a good player.
Yeah.
He should be able to pull this one, maybe get up into the top 4, 5. That's a trickle of a grenade. That's lovely. It's done enough damage, and it's forced this one to at least put him in a tricky situation where they will have to med up now. It's a warning.
Uh-oh.
Oh, everyone's going to
run
out.
Is that Molly?
It is. He's trapped him.
He's burning as well.
Yep, he's done him. He's absolutely done him.
Is he going to die from this? Or
He is.
Oh, he's burning alive. Look at the silhouette as he runs out. That's massive, and actually managed to burn himself alive in the meantime, too. The casual 1G that we didn't actually spot.
Oh, Shroud onto Ultra. EU. Omega Lol takes out one of the pro players. 6 times on the back of the M4. Spots another one. Instas him as well. Okay. 12 alive. Can we see a win? Caden, M24 in the background onto Spreezy. So 2 teams back-to-back fall just like that.
And like, okay. Can we not allow Shroud circle position too? Like, I know PUBG like this guy, but look at that circle. That's filthy. It's just perfectly on him right now. Hey, if he... I'm going to be real with you guys. I said at the start of the day, these are the type of games that Shroud should be winning.
Yeah.
This is just a death match, and this guy is good at them. You can't take it away from Shroud. I know that people like to be, you know, the anti-popular person sort of thing and be like that, but I mean, he's damn good. Now, this is a big area. Whoever becomes the victor of this one spot could potentially, you know, go on to do well. Like, it's going to be that knock-on effect. Okay, if this team gets past or this team gets the kill, well, now the other teams have to get into it because they're all coming from roughly the same side. Because there's not much on the east, north, and south.
There's so many teams that have to run this gauntlet. You can hear vehicles in the background that know it's time to go. Blue pushing in, this one hurt as well.
Yeah, really
I am seeing oh, you're going to die. Tan, you need to run. This is going to tank so hard. You've got to go. You've got to go. Back. No, run forward, run forward. Needs to be careful. Obviously, got these teams lurking ahead of them, and this is what I meant, Lauren. This is it's a dungeon run.
There is like a small dip on the other side of this, but look at Envy. Good positioning to punish. They put themselves early into a better spot. This is the little hill I was talking about that you can actually lay fire down from. You still have some decent cover, and they're holding it really well. But maybe 1 or 2 players could work their way forward. But look who's still in the kill feed. Justin's there.
Caden as well again. 24 from a distance.
Drassel, though. Look at these like, the quote-unquote pros, right? Uh-oh. That's the compound Shroud and Co are in, so I think Envy are aware of where those shots are coming from, but Drassel, also not far off, marking up exactly where the Envy guys are. So this is a huge fight here.
7 players alive, Envious down, back-to-back. All of a sudden, Justin and Benz, they split the pack, Envious fall. And now we're down to 3 teams. We've got Shroud and Justin. United here with Drassel. Working in with it as well, and then you've got one snake somewhere.
We've got to sit on board with Shroud. Look, I'm willing to sell out. Like, these guys are working out who's alive and who's where. If Shroud and Justin get aggressive, they're going to be cresting that ridge on these 2 pretty soon. Now, I don't know if that's the case. I'm just purely under the back of assumption.
Where's the snake?
He was, I think, northwest, potentially. And they haven't gone yet. He is still northwest. Okay. They haven't left the compound yet. We do have Drassel and Co on the southern side. So you're going to need... I'm looking at that circle. They're still okay, really. You kind of want to have someone a little further forward in a way, but you don't know where that remainder 1 potential player could be. That's kind of the scary part, is that you can't work that out. It's a risk. The
positive for both of these teams is that they really don't have to move if they don't want. Oh my God, they're pushing out, Lauren. They're actually...
this is what I theorize
they want to get aggressive on here, so they've got to be careful, though.
Yeah, could be a mistake. They are watching this angle. They have to hit a big shot to deny these peaks from Drassel. Like, if he's feeling confident here, if he's feeling aggressive, he could at least keep them at bay. But they're doing the right thing in my mind. Right now, guys in chat, put who you think's going to win this. You've got Drassel, you've got all these guys, you've got Shroud and Justin. Who has this one in the bag? Make sure you put that in chat right now. I want to see it. Justin, though, work their way forward. I like this. Is what I wanted to see. But Shroud is under fire. Look at those pixel peaks as well from the other side. They are very tough to land shots on, even with that 4 times locked onto that 4-1-6. But there is still that potential other player out there.
don't think he's going to re-reset yet. Drassel's an amazing aimer himself. Tag. You saw the blood in the back. That means Shroud has to be forced in. For now, at least, he'll be out for 5 seconds while he gets a heal off. Got to be aware of Justin still lingering. They're going to fall back on this one. They might spot this.
That's so smart. I love what we're seeing from Drassel there, him turning around and still being aware of the potential of another player.
He's coming back now. Constantly. They're just watching each other's back and forth.
Pistole holding the high ground as well. Helmets, I'm pretty sure they are damaged to complete ruin as well. Spray, but the bullets are low. Good tag! He's down! He's down to a one-shot. Hits the deck, gets the heal off now. He needs to get this one done. You're going to have Pistole time being the safety net, keeping him pretty much alive. They back away. That's what that nade was for, to try and catch him, try and do something, keep that pressure mounting. Really nice counter argument from Shroud and Justin there.
Meanwhile, you got Benz in the back just laughing, saying, well, you boys can fight. Let them fight. I'll happily have an extra placement. Spray's there for now. But he is going to get tanked up and pushed back, and at the moment it's a bit of a game of chess, yeah.
And the thing is that they're both so nervous to make the big push because you can't underestimate them, and now you can see as to why. This should spur on the push. If anything, that's the spray you're looking for. 6-shot coming out from Shroud, but where's the next player? Can they find Pistola as well? He's still up on that ridge. This is what I mean by spurring it on. It's so good! Justin comes in at the right time as well, and this is the big duo you wanted to see doing well, and they are. One man now stands in the way, and he has been just staying low, trying to keep calm, and he is somewhere in these fields.
All they've got to do is find the snake in the grass. I'm sure he had 4 kills. Grenade goes flying above his head. Hey, there's a second one. So now he has some sort of information where these are going to be coming through. Reads it perfectly, gets the kill. Rowdy with Rowdy. They get the win. 5 kills in the bag. Incredible work, Lauren.
Yeah, always good to see Shroud doing well. I mean, good positioning at the end there. Them taking that compound was actually the big play, if I'm honest. They got that and they worked for it hard. And then that fight with Drassel was huge. Both teams looked a little, scared to fully commit to it, but as soon as they got that one kind of big bit of damage, I think it was Shroud got that first knock on Drassel. You saw that instantly Justin was there. They have some really good kind of team chemistry and dynamic to kind of work off each other like that, and it paid off so perfectly.
I mean, I honestly think when you look towards this, for the start of it, Drassel and Pistola Time, for me, had the better position because the